Hey guys, up Sandu, and we're back with episode 3 of Deadman. So in this episode, we're going to be upgrading our gear, making some gains, and also going rogue, which I think you guys are going to be very excited to see. Finally here, we have enough RuneScape drops to afford some black d'hide, which is very much needed since I was already 70 range long before this. And yeah, this should be a big XP boost to just, because our range accuracy is going to be higher, and also a very good defensive boost as well. Black d'hide, despite being so cheap, actually is pretty decent defense, including very good mage defense, as you see there. Not quite as good as Carol's, but or Carril's, that's usually how I pronounce it, but still very useful. So getting our levels up here, 68 HP. At one point in this video I do get 70 combat, and this happened around, these clips were around day 6, 7, and 8 or so of Deadman. So on day 7 actually the quest came out, which is actually very interesting, and you're going to see that come into play here. But here's a guy who tried to go rogue. I mean, not a very good attempt there. He took his time, and I was able to just scat it out right away and try to unpray melee, and he didn't really have anything to freeze me with or anything, so very easy to escape there. But yeah, so Ancients are going to come out in this video, and also all the quests, which is really going to be a game changer for me, and also for trying to not die, as you'll see pretty soon. One thing about guys who scold, you can never really trust them. Chances are they'll skull again and try to kill you, as this guy did here. And he actually almost did a pretty good job of it there, but without Ancients or anything for him, he really had no choice but to give up on me. So a lot of my time spent was simply on training. As you'll see here, I'm going to get 73 range. Very good XP here, still only getting the 5x experience rate because of the scaling down. It scales down to 5x once you pass level 50, but still is very fast. And at this point, all the quests were unlocked on day 7, and this was really huge because you can go claim all the quest items. You don't get the XP rewards from the quests, but you can go claim whatever items you like. As you'll see, we're going to do that here. But first, this was super annoying. For some reason, I couldn't use this deposit box. You have to use the actual bank booth one. It's just super annoying how the pathfinding works there. But we got the RuneScape in the deposit box as a little backup in case we do die. But in the meantime, we can upgrade our gear actually a little bit. There's a Rune Med Helm. You may think it's kind of newbie, but it will give us a lot more defense and barely take anything off our range bonus whatsoever. And we're also going to upgrade to the Rune Square Shield, as you see there. I also got that Beacon Ring, which you see in the ring slot, which is the +2 mage bonus ring you get from Zaf after, I think it's What Lies Below, I'm not quite sure, but it's a ring you can reclaim as many times as you like, and it gives a little bit of mage defense, so with lack of a better ring, you might as well just go claim that. The Fire Giants were still my main source of money at this point. The RuneScape drops, which you're about to see here, definitely come in very huge. They don't sell for 40k anymore like they did on the first place, but now especially that everyone has the quest done, you can pretty much anyone can come here and kill them, but still very, very useful to get the 20k drops from the RuneScape and build up our bank here a little bit. So as time went on, I began to notice more and more increasingly newbie people at Fire Giants, such as this guy, and I figured let's try killing them. Even if I have to skull here, which I've never skulled before, here's the first time I've ever going to skull with that huge spec there, or a decent spec. I can still tank it out here pretty well because there's so many escape routes. Unfortunately, the pathfinding there looks like it ate a hit for us, and but we're still on this guy. Can we kill him? He's almost red barred. It looks like he's just about to die, but he's got the prayer on, he's eating, and unfortunately at this point, yeah, he made it out. And I'm skulled, so now I can't leave. If I teleported to Varrock or something, I would die instantly from the guards, so at this point I had to tank out the skull, and initially my strategy was to kill the Fire Giants as I tanked the skull, but it seems like other people kind of caught on to this and they did want to kill me, so I actually kept a hold of the key from the quest, which you can go through this door with, and you need the key to go through this door, so there's no way for that guy to get through right there without me having good a warning. Although you can actually just go get the key, it's on the other side of this dungeon, but still, it's a nice little escape route. And if you go through that room and go into this room, it's actually another area, and I'm not sure if this is an instance room. It'd be really cool if it was, but even if it isn't, you can't see anyone in this room from the outside, so this was my favorite place to tank the skull, basically, because who's actually going to check this room? And even if they did, I can still run out and go to the 1x1 square. The thing about the 1x1 square is you do have to keep moving when you're skulled, or your skull will not go down. There's a 75 range, by the way, so the 1x1 square is very good for escaping, but you can't actually tank like the full skull there, from what it seems. I'm not exactly sure how the mechanics work. You do have to run around for a little bit for the timer to appear, but in terms of Whether or not the timer will keep going down when you're not moving, I'm actually not too sure about that. The mechanics of Deadman are kind of a mystery in some areas. So now that Ancients are unlocked, with all the quests being unlocked and Ancients being able to be obtained, the clans are coming in strong. Here's a bunch of guys in Mystic, and unfortunately for them, they just didn't have tolerance here from the NPCs. If you guys don't know, when you stay in an area for around 20 minutes or so, the NPCs will stop attacking you, but they won't stop attacking me. They won't keep attacking me because of the fact that I've been there for over 20 minutes. So the monsters were able to PJ for me there, very luckily. But they actually came back, or a different clan, I'm not sure. And when I was woodcutting on the main, they started DDS specking me out. And this time we're going to try the key. We're safe and sound, it looks like, but a plot twist here. He has the key as well. He's going to go right through as I'm going to try to log out here. So I got to make it to the exit again, and this guy has Ancient, so it's not going to be an easy task. We'll get a little bit of a gain on him there because of the door, but with Mage actually goes up to 10 squares on, unless you use like Trident on long range, that goes like 11, and he was able to freeze me here, so a little bit scary of a situation here. He's got the rune crossbow. Who knows what bolts he's got? Maybe he's got dragon bolts and he can hit a 50 or something. And yeah, just switching the prayers here very calmly, trying to not get frozen again. These sharks, which I bought, are very, very valuable. So it's like 2k each per shark, so don't want to waste too many of them, but we did escape scot-free there, luckily. This clip was very weird. I randomly noticed a rune 2H on the floor, which is part of the rare drop table for Fire Giants, which is a very, very rare drop, and it's Alex for around 40k, so it's a very nice drop. I was very confused because why would that just randomly appear on the floor? It looked at it as if someone had killed it, and then they didn't pick up the drop, and then it appeared for me. What they said, though, is that they thought that I had half killed it, and then maybe they finished it off, and that happened. I'm not really sure quite what happened, but that's probably a very plausible scenario. So we will be going rogue again, but before we do that, I just want to show you guys this very weird drop that I got. This is a drop that you only see, every few years playing RuneScape usually, and I happen to get it in Deadman mode. Look at that, a shield left half. What the hell is that about? Not really worth anything, because who's going to need a Dragon Square shield in Deadman mode, but yeah, extremely rare drop. I mean, that drop has to be in the thousands of rarity, if not like tens of thousands, and I happen to get it while doing Fire Giants. It does kind of happen where if you kill things long enough, you get the rare drop table things. So this is the second clip of going rogue, and we're going to have a little bit more success here. Look at this. So we're going to range pot. Range pot's very expensive, by the way, like 3k per sip, so this has got to work. Rune Arrow's got the magic short bow, and hopefully the spec here works a little better. Let's just spec him right away to overwhelm him before he catches on. 16, 18 spec, huge spec there, and he is dead. 3 hits, holy crap, and bank loot as well. We got his key, a rune crossbow, which is worth quite a lot. It was worth like 20 to 30k at this time, and holy shit, this is a huge BK, and my first actually red skull on Deadman mode for 1 key, I think, because I'd killed people before for keys, but I hadn't skulled doing it. And look at that, climbing boots, we got the upgrade there. Just a huge pile of loot here, hard to even pick all of it up, but we got iron bolts as well. So because he only had iron bolts, I didn't really want to use the rune crossbow because I don't think it's actually better than the bone crossbow with bone bolts. Bone bolts are the bone crossbow is still faster than the rune crossbow, so I would have to get 55 slayer to use the broad bolts, which are the really ones you want. But look how pro this gear looks. Got the rune crossbow, rune gear there, full black d'hide. We're doing pretty damn well for ourselves at this point in the game. Huge range bonus there. Not a guy you'd want to mess with playing Deadman mode. But yeah, so again, we're back to the hideout here, the little waterfall quest area here, and Skull's almost tanked. Pretty scary to tank this because again, there's people over level 100 at this point, so with Ancients, so you don't want to really mess around. So I did take a big risk there, skulling. It was definitely worth it though, because that rune crossbow alone is very valuable. The bolts sold for quite a lot as well, and really not too much risk there, being in such a safe little area in the waterfall dungeon. Let's check out the key. And not bad, actually. 15k and 12k of it is cash. You always want cash when you're banking these keys, and not too bad. A lot of other things as well. If I have to go to the desert for any reason, I'm definitely covered with those desert robes. But very nice having some more cash there for 15 minutes of our time just to kill this guy. So I did manage to upgrade my gear as well. I got an Amulet of Glory here, which actually has less defense than the Amulet of Power, if you can believe that, because the glory is only +3 to everything, and the amulet of power is +6 to everything, including defense. And the gnome amulet also gives a lot more defense than the amulet of glory, but definitely the glory is the best because of the range bonuses you're going to see there, a pretty big boost. And yeah, we're also going to get a rune full helm just to complete our tanky range tank kind of setup there, just to make sure we're going to have the best chance we possibly can if we have to tank someone. And look at that, that's how we're going to end the video, with that very, very nice gear on day 7 or 8 or so of Deadman. And yeah, so that's most of the clips I have. I do have a few more clips, but not really enough for to show you guys. I probably will put them in the next video, where we will get the top 2,000 total level, so we can play in the tournament over the summer. And yeah, that'll probably conclude the Deadman episodes. Probably episode 4 will be the last one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, episode 3. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Definitely appreciate that. Leave a comment, show some love, as you guys always do. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to click the little bell by the sub button to get a notification whenever I upload videos. And also follow me on Twitter. I've been posting lots of updates recently, especially woodcutting. I just got 95 earlier, so we're very much well on our way to 99 with that skill. And I also got 99 farming recently. You guys will see that soon in a 2K total video. And yeah, that's really about it. Follow me on Twitch as well, and join the Andrew AJT62 clan chat. That'll be up on screen. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys, and have a good one.